a special episode that we're doing for you too. Yes, it's such a great episode. I'm so excited to talk about it.
Well, we don't know what it is, but I'm sure it will be.
It's going to be. You know why? Yeah. We're talking about our 2017 resolutions.
How we did.
I know. Yeah. I think I did actually very well. How
I did okay. I always do okay.
Of course.
I never finish my whole list, but it's all right.
This year, yeah.
So what we're talking about.
So, I don't know if you guys saw.
So yeah, for the last 3 years in the Bling Your String group, I've done a CraftT resolutions where everybody who wants to participate makes a list of up to 12 goals that they want to finish over the year. And then at the end of the year, you see how we did. So you started participating last year, I think. This is your second year,
This is my second year, yes.
Yeah, and this is my third year. So we thought we'd talk about how we did. And then also going forward into the new year, what we're planning on doing.
That's right.
Because there's going to be something new happening.
I know.
There is
so just to show you on my Ravelry page, this is what it looked like, and it showed 2017 knitting resolutions.
Yes, mine is a lot longer than that.
And oh no, that was just my title. Sorry. This was my list of stuff right there that I went through, and I had 10 items on my list.
I had 12. I did the full 12.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't.
Well, you didn't have to. It was just up to 12. Because the way it worked is that, obviously not for me, because I moderated, but for everybody who participated, each goal that was completed was an entry towards the final prize.
Right.
So everybody could pick up to 12 things.
Yeah. So, and you know what? I'm so bad because there was things I finished. I finished every month, like things, and I didn't participate.
Yeah, she didn't post anything. That's all right.
You know what, though? I'm okay with it because I'm lucky that I can just walk into her house and shop anytime I want.
And like this is more just a personal thing. Right?
This was more for me to be accountable to myself.
Yeah,
and it helps me complete things and do things.
Yeah.
So I really like it.
A lot of people have said that in the group that it just helps keep them on track. Like I always say, I never complete my list, and like no one should feel bad if they don't complete their list. It's just it's like a guideline, and it's just a way to be like when you don't know what to work on. Oh well, what did I want to get done, right? So it's just for fun.
Yeah, it's just for fun. I totally agree.
I did okay.
So
do you want to go?
I was going to say I actually finished 9 out of my 10 things on my list.
And the one that you didn't finish was like a big thing. So
it is, and it's bigger than I actually expected. It's harder. Yeah. Well, so my one thing I didn't finish was my. It was making my knitting room functional, and I actually have almost. Yeah. So what I did was I bought all my cubbies and I put them in my cupboard actually, and I set that all up. And all my yarn is now sorted by weight, and within that weight, it's sorted alphabetically by Indie Dyer's name.
So you organized your yarn.
So my yarns are organized, all put in the cubbies, and it's actually in my cupboard. So if you were to walk in that room, you would not see my yarn in there, which is key. And the rest of the room, I have a bedroom set in there, and you would think that I'd be able to have a company come and pick it up or want to take it or donate it or something.
Yeah, she has furniture that she doesn't want, and it's taking up space.
Well, it's not that I don't want it. My husband doesn't want it anymore. It's my old bedroom set from when I was growing up, in my 20s and 30s, and wow.
It's just not practical for you to keep.
It's just not. It's not something we need. We have a bedroom set in the other room for our guest room, and I want to use this as my knitting room. But I also want to make it functional. That if I have someone stay over that I need more than the one guest room, then I could have like a pull-out single bed or something in there, right? Yeah. But somewhere where we can hang out and knit and do our podcast and everything, and so we have space at my house and we have space at her house to do both. And yeah, unfortunately, I didn't get it done. I'm still working on trying to find someone to come pick up that furniture. Right now, I'm at the point like, here, pick it up for free. Just get it at my house and do what you can. So I might even have like a coworker that might want to take it over for her younger daughter and see, maybe.
Yeah, so maybe next year.
Maybe. So yeah, so I'm hoping, and then I want to repaint it because I don't like the color in there for my knitting room. Yeah, I want to paint the walls. And it's not a big room, so I can do that in a day or two. Yeah, it'll be fun. And then finding the furniture. Do you know how hard that is? I've been looking all this year, and it was the hardest thing was to find something that I would like in there. And then when you go to find something, you're like, I don't want to spend that much money. I'm like, oh my God, it's crazy expensive. So yeah, I don't know. Hand-me-downs would be great, but I don't have anybody to give me hand-me-downs anymore. Like no one. So that's okay. Otherwise, am I going through this full list?
You can just touch on each one. Like just
finishing 2 garments this year. I finished Beyond Jane, which was this baby sweater, and I even sewed buttons on that, and the Keep Me Warm, which was my cardigan. And then I needed to finish 4 pairs of socks for the year, so I did my first 3 months of the Desert Vista Dye Works going to say club, but it's not.
She calls it a club though.
She does call it a club because, yeah.
Yeah, like you have to,
you can participate for 3 months, 6 months, or a year.
Type thing, yeah.
And so I did the first 3 months, and then I did an extra pair of socks from Gail's Art, which was my sock blank.
You did more than 4 pairs this year, didn't you?
Yeah, there's Wonder Woman socks. Oh yeah, there is.
You did like 7.
Yeah, but I only put down what I completed was 4, and I listed them. More than that. Organized my yarn cubbies, and it was completed by weight and dyer name. Finished 15 to 20 projects. Like last year I did 19, but socks take me a month to do. And that's where I did less. And plus I did some bigger projects this year, and some of them were not finished, so those don't count. But I finished 15 out of 20. And if I finish my hat that I showed on the last episode will be finished for year end. I can't see it going longer than that. That'll be finished. So I'll have 16 actually out of 20 if I finish that, and I'll update. Learning how to do true afterthought heel, thanks to Aryn, I did. Maybe she helped me with it, but I wouldn't have been able to do it without it. And we've done it more than once.
Yeah.
So
it's not hard.
It's not hard. Once I can, she even starts me to make sure I'm on like the same straight row, because that's where I wander off. Yeah. But it wasn't hard, and it was actually fun, and I've cut it now myself, and so really cool to learn that. Use up 15 skeins out of my Ravelry stash. I used 16 so far out of 15.
Okay, cool.
So that was cool. With this one, it will be 17. Because once you buy it, it's stash, and that's the way it goes, right? I finished Sarah's Emerald Cowl from my 2016. That was what I finished in January. I finished that up. Make my knitting room functional. That was the almost. And then knit a cowl for my mom, because she asked for one, which was really shocking. And she asked for
one. Yeah, you totally did that.
So I did that, and she's gonna have a Hanukkah Christmas present when I see her. And so I'm happy that what I put down here was realistic for me, and I completed like 90%, 8% of it.
You got pretty much all this done.
My knitting room is still going to take time. Like even if I do that as a goal next year, one it will be like just paint the room in general will be a goal. And totally do that because because that would just be
But see, like how we're doing the squares, you could do one square, like get rid of the bed.
Yeah, well,
and then do another square. Do another square as paint.
Yeah,
like you could split it up into. Yeah,
that's right.
I'll talk about.
We'll talk about that.
How I'm doing the 2018 challenge. But you could totally break it down like that. That's one of the benefits to doing having more goals.
So I'm really happy with myself, and I held myself accountable to that. I used that as a guideline for what I was working on. Maybe some of the things we did throughout the year, cows and things, didn't fit into that, but some did, and I'm okay with that because I got things done and I was happy.
I'm happy enough.
Like I went to SSK and I had to do stuff for SSK. So you have to that's not in there, but I don't remember what I even did for SSK this year. I had to do points. I did charity knitting. Actually, those 2 are in my finished projects. In my skein of yarn.
And you did pair of socks. Didn't you do it in didn't you do
I did. And bud socks I did. Yeah, I did actually 2 different ones.
That's
I did a lot of socks this year. Wow,
I did. A lot of socks.
That's a lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
So my turn?
Yes, it's your turn.
Okay. So I did okay. Like I said, I never expect to finish my list. I never have.
So how many did you get out of 12?
Out of like total, okay.
So the 12 items you listed, how many did you complete out?
That complete outright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe 5. But the other ones I made, it wasn't like they were just not done. I made progress.
Okay, so you did almost on them.
I got an almost.
That's fine.
I got a star.
That's right.
I got a sticker for the other ones. So that's why I'm happy with how I did, even though I never complete my list. I'm happy with that I actually did make
progress.
I made progress towards each one. So
that counts.
Okay, except for my first one. My first one is laughable. Are you ready to laugh? Shall we laugh together?
Okay.
Okay, so my first one was stash mindfulness. Okay. I was very mindful of all the stash coming in to my I acquired this year.
You very definitely picked and choose what you wanted.
Yeah, very mindful. So the basis of that goal was to have less. So I started off the year with a certain amount in my stash, my Ravelry number, and the goal was to have less than that. It did not happen. I think I started around 200 and I wanted to get to 175 and I'm at 230. And that was with all the projects I knit too, right?
Yeah.
So I used yarn and it went, so that one, no.
And even with like buying, like you bought yarn to do that Christmas hat. So
yeah, I had to buy yarn for projects and stuff.
When you did that Christmas hat earlier, it was like that kind of weighs out because it goes in and out right away.
So I had a notebook, and I was keeping track of every time I used yarn and every time it came in. I stopped doing that in like August.
Oh.
It was just, I was like, there's no point. I think, because every time I went beyond that, like I was in the negative numbers. I think I went to like negative like 3,000 grams. I was like, there's no point. Yeah. There's no point in keeping track of this. This goal is past.
It was very mindful.
It's not going to happen. I was very mindful.
Very mindful. That's all my yarn. That counts. There you go.
Yeah. That was not my intention.
No, I know. It's okay.
So the second one I had was to queue a certain amount of items.
That's right.
And then work from that list. And then, so the way I do it in my group is that in June, everybody has a chance to go in and change goals or modify them in case their interests have changed. Mm-hmm. So that's one that I changed. And I changed it to finish 20 projects using patterns I already had.
Okay.
And that...
You did that Christmas tree sweater.
Yes. So I changed it to 20 projects using patterns I already purchased.
Yeah.
And a bonus point was given if I used stash that I already had too.
Oh, cool. Okay.
So with the bonus points, because the bonus points counted as a project,
that's right.
I got 15 out of 20.
Nice.
So
that's really good though.
So using patterns plus I got 15. So I was close. Right?
Yeah.
The next one was make 12 pairs of socks. I got that one.
And you did that. Did you surpass it?
I think your pair would be 13.
Nice.
Yeah.
There you go.
So I got the 12 pairs. Complete 2 garments for myself. I got 1 out of 2.
Oh, for yourself?
For myself.
Okay.
So 1 out of 2. I did lots of garments, but my goal was 2 for myself. I got 1 out of 2. Finished 3 whips from 2016 or earlier. 2 out of 3.
Oh.
See what I mean? How I like...
That's really good though.
I'm almost getting them, but not quite.
But still, you do so much other stuff too. And you know what? Like, you still do well.
This is my downfall. I don't knit for myself. And I tend to, once something becomes a whip, like stays in like whip purgatory.
Yeah, I get that.
But I got 2 done, 2 old whips done. The next one was to finish Dennis's Rowan sweater. So that was that yarn, that striping yarn. And in June I changed it to finish a sweater for Dennis. For him? Just a sweater. Doesn't matter which one.
It's almost there.
I made progress.
It's almost there. And you even had to redo the sleeve. Come on, yeah, if you didn't have to redo the sleeve, you would have had 2 sleeves done.
I wouldn't say it's even 50%, so I don't know if I'd say almost, but I made progress.
Well, you have what, the 1 sleeve redone now?
No, it's not done. I have the torso and then like the chest
and the zipper
and then maybe like
3/4 of a sleeve because you have to redo that sleeve.
Yeah, 70% of a sleeve.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay, so you have 1 full sleeve, the rest of the body, and chest. Like 30%. Well, that's what I'm saying. The rest of the body you have.
No, it stops here.
Oh, okay.
I just have the chest.
Oh, okay. So you have the torso.
So I don't even have 50%, I would say. But I started it.
You worked on it.
And I worked on it.
And you had a plan. You had full intention to try to finish it.
Yes.
But your Christmas knitting this year was you, and that counts more.
He'll get it at some point. That's why I don't even tell him I'm working on it.
He's not worried.
He doesn't care. He's given up at this point.
So don't worry.
So then 7, okay, complete 6 projects out of hand spun. Only did 1. And this comes back to, I've said I love spinning yarn.
Yes.
I just don't use it.
I know.
I don't use it. And this, I've always had...
You traded some.
I did. This is the 2nd year I've had this kind of goal to use my hand spun. I think last year I made it. But I just enjoy spinning it more.
You traded your hand spun away.
Yeah.
Does it count if someone else knitted it?
No.
That's too bad.
No, it doesn't count. It doesn't have to be my hand spun. So
it just has hand spun in general.
I just had to do 6 hand spun projects, but I only did 1. So it doesn't matter.
But you did more spinning this year, though.
I did. Well, I'm getting to that. I was a spinning goal. Okay, spin 30 ounces. I did 33.5 ounces.
Nice.
So I met that goal.
And is that including the socks that you spun and knit? Yeah. And that was a project you spun and knit?
I didn't spin and knit it, though. I'll get to that, too.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
I'll get to that, too, because that's coming up.
Oh, is that also in there?
That's coming up. Okay.
I didn't remember all your goals off.
Start a memory blanket and complete at least 50 squares. Check, check.
Oh, yeah.
Total, yeah, I'll have 63 squares.
That's right. That's awesome.
Make a sweater set for my friend's kid. I did. I consider that done because I made him that sweater.
That's right.
And I made him a lovey. I think my original intention was to do a sweater and like another like pants or something, but I'm considering the lovey a set. Sweater and a lovey set. Done.
That's right.
2 items done.
You're talking about that cardigan that you just
made? Yeah, the one with the Lisa Ross one. With
that's beautiful.
Yeah, I consider that goal done. Okay, now this is the one with the socks. Okay.
Okay.
The goal was to spin and knit socks for my cousin Catherine. I am considering that done because technically,
yes,
I spun sock yarn.
That's right.
And I knit her a pair of socks.
That's right. It didn't say you had to knit with your hand spun the socks.
It just said spin and knit. Now it says spin and knit. But it's my goal, my rules.
That's
my
right.
rules. So I'm considering that done because she did get a pair of socks.
That's right, she did.
And I actually do intend on making the pair with the hand spun going forward. But
for her still or for someone else?
No, I think for her. Yeah.
Very cool.
And then the last one was make an African flower stuffy. And I started it.
That's right.
Right? Hippo.
Started. Didn't say, did you say you had to finish it? You just said make one.
No, I said make it. I didn't say start it, I said make it. It's not made.
Okay, but it's not finished. You didn't say finish it. You
but
just
I
said
also
make it. So you started making it. I see how, hey, it's your rules. I was just trying to help you out.
But again, I don't consider that because it was make one and I did not make one. I have pieces of one.
Yes, you do.
So I did not consider that done. And then I had all my mini goals and stuff. But so yeah, I mean, I didn't even get 50%, but there was a lot of progress made
so much other things
towards those. And yeah, like sometimes you just got to do what you want to do. And again, like this challenge is a guideline. It's always been a guideline. And I still enjoyed it. It never at any point was like, oh my God, this is such a chore and why did I do this? I enjoy it. The people who participate in the group enjoy it, and that's the main purpose. That's the main purpose.
It's just to have fun.
It's just to have fun.
It's just to have fun.
Yeah. And I do little monthly prizes, and it's just to have fun. And a lot of people have said it helps them complete things.
Definitely. It does. It helps me. I mean, that's why I like knowing. I go back to it, especially using it for certain things, like knowing that I want to do something, or knowing that I was really trying to, last year I finished 19 projects. This year I finished
you kind of look at, I look at that.
Like, I would love to be able to increase that if I can, but for me, if I'm doing a larger project, there's no way.
Anytime.
If I'm doing a sock, there's a month. I know there's not a possibility, so I have to be realistic. I would have loved to increase doing more than 19 projects a year, but then I would have to be doing hats like all the time and little small things, and I wouldn't be able to get my cardigan done. I wouldn't be able to get, like the baby sweater didn't take me a month. I think it took me 3 weeks to do that. And again, I don't have much knitting time. So for me, that's what it comes down to is my knitting time. I have to be realistic with my time I have to knit. Like as of right now, December, I've had no knitting time.
Yeah. And I found it interesting too, because remember in 2016, I did like 50 some projects.
That's right.
I did like 30 something.
This year?
Yeah.
Really? Yeah. Wow. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, because I tag.
I know you tag it.
I tag. So every project that I create in Ravelry, I put the tag in of the year.
Yeah.
And then you get these little headers at the top.
Yeah.
And then you can click on that header, and then at the bottom, it will show you a total of projects and a total of yardage used in those projects. So I do that for every project. I make sure I put the year in. And for 2017, it's like 30 something.
Yeah.
It's like 30 something.
That's wow.
So
yeah, but you did some bigger projects this year.
There was a big gap. I remember in the summer, I don't think I had any completed objects in August.
Mojo. You lost your knitting mojo there.
Yeah. And then I picked it back up in the fall. I've made all these things. So.
Yeah. And it sucks. But see, like, you worked on your memory cozy blanket and you did 60 something squares. Like, imagine you took, let's say 4 squares makes a hat. You know what I mean? Like, so technically you would have more projects if you think of that, but you're adding something that's even...
Yeah, that's going to be a bigger project.
It's going to be a bigger project, and it has a memory, and it has sentimental value, and it has fun to it too. And so even though you're putting 1 square on there, it's not a finished item.
But I also look at it, it's like it's using all these bits, right?
That's right.
All these bits from other projects that are just going to like, what am I going to do with all these bits?
That's right.
So I do like it for that. So yeah, so we're pleased.
I'm very pleased. Yeah, we should be very pleased. It doesn't matter, as I said, it doesn't matter if you finish 25%, 50%, 75%, or 100% of it. You should be very happy with yourself. Pat yourself on your back. Way to go.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay. So going forward,
I'm so excited.
Bling Your String. I'm doing a new thing for 2018.
Yes.
Instead of 12 goals and resolutions, I'm doing a CraftT bingo format.
Yay.
Okay. So
who doesn't like bingo?
It's bingo. It's like
no.
It's fun, right? Get your dabbers ready. I think Avery has one I can use. But so instead of 12 goals, I'm encouraging everybody to fill out a card, and there's a total of 24 goals.
That's good.
And at first it's like, oh my God, I have to think of 24 things. But the way I explained it to people is that you would take one of those big goals that you have, and you break it down into like 3-4 parts, and all of a sudden it makes it more manageable. So my hope is with this is that people will be able to achieve things or get that feeling of accomplishment.
That's right.
More often, and like quicker, right? So even if it's just working towards a big project,
that's right,
you get little parts done instead of like, because some of the things on our list were like whole year goals, and it seems to take forever to get to the end of that goal, right? So this way you break it into
like
little chunks.
My knitting room.
Yeah.
So
we were talking about how she could break it down
to
like one goal could be paint, one goal could be
get rid of furniture,
another goal could be like buy the desk that I want, like find the perfect desk. Like, so you could break that room goal into a bunch of smaller goals.
That's right, and that way it's not just one big thing, because there's
and
a lot of things that can be done in there.
I have my CraftT bingo.
Yeah,
I printed mine out. So if you're in, if this interested you, if you wanna try the CraftT bingo, go to Bling Your String, the group on Ravelry. There's threads explaining everything. Very detailed and very good. I tried to
there's a lot of conversation in there too. So if you read through it first before you ask questions, because that's what I did, and I saw that you answered a lot of questions anyways, and it was actually helpful. And people seem like they're in panic mode.
Yeah, no, but
don't. It's so easy.
I think it was more just because they have to think about, like, it's more, it seems like it's
there's
more
24,
goals, but you just break it down. Like, that's what I told people. Think of, like, your big goals and then break those down for
exactly.
But
so can we give another example of one?
Yeah, so an example of what I did, because when I was starting to do mine, I was like, oh my god, I can't think of anything. But, like, for one of mine, originally when I was going to do the 12 goals, before I decided to try the bingo thing, one of my goals was going to be do 12 garments. Okay. So my big goal would have been make 12 garments, and that was going to include both knitting and sewing, and any size. Okay, so just 12 garments.
Good. Yeah.
So to break that down, I did complete 3 garments, kid garments as gifts. Okay. Make 3 doll garments, 2 garments for myself. Complete a sweater for Dennis. I'm throwing it in there. We'll see.
And it just says complete. It doesn't say you have to
start it. It just says complete. So
complete.
Even if it's a whip,
it's
just complete. And then there's one for Avery in here too, I think. Is there Avery?
I thought that was the Avery one, was the kid garment, wasn't it?
No. Complete 3 garments for Avery. Any medium, so sewn or knitting.
And you always have gift stuff that you give away for kids.
So that one goal of complete 12 garments is now like 5 squares.
That's right.
Right? And the same thing I did with socks. So instead of knit 12 socks over the year, I broke it down into complete 2 pairs of pattern socks. Do 3 pairs of stripy socks for the DVD cal. Can we talk about that really quickly, since you just Should we do that really quickly?
Yeah, why not?
Okay, let's do that really quickly.
So, because you have it on there as one box saying complete 3 months of DVD cal. Well, I separated mine, and I have complete DVD cal for January, February, and March. So I have 3 boxes. See how I broke that down?
Yeah.
Because that's what it's going to take.
Because you do less projects.
So for me, that was great. So we actually, the first 3 months of the year, January, February, March, we're in the Knitting at Tiffany's with Added Bling group. You're going to see for our cals, we're doing the Desert Vista Dialects, but it's going to be a stripey.
Yeah.
So you can do anything stripey.
The cal, we're going to do the 3-month cal in the Knitting at Tiffany's group is going to be a 3-month stripey socks. Cal. Yeah. Now last year, did we do it that it had to be striping yarn, or could they change colors and stripe it?
I think we did striping yarn, but you know what? This year I don't see
just why we stripes.
As long as it's stripes. If you want to change colors, I'm giving all those.
But it has to be distinctive stripes. It's not a variegated yarn that's kind of doing a striping.
Yes, it can't be a variegated yarn. That it can't be like the Regia yarn or something like that, where it's self-stripes or
no, that is self-striping.
No, that's a pattern. It has like a pattern.
But that's still, it has to be distinctive stripes.
Yeah.
Whether you change the yarn, I don't think that's the one you're saying. Because Opal and stuff, they do.
Opal self-stripes, and you can use that.
Yeah, so as long as it's either self-striping yarn, or you are manually changing the stripes.
Yes.
So January, February, March, self-striping cal. Yeah.
A minimum of, what is it we're doing? 100 grams again or something like that. You'll see. In January when it comes, it will be in our show notes, in our group. Then we'll have
people don't use the whole skein, so it'll probably be like
we'll have 50 grams or something like that, whatever. Yeah. But we'll have a thread that will be talking about that, where you guys can post and show your colors if you want, and talk about fun stuff and tell us what you're knitting on. Yeah. We'll have ours for them. Yeah. So just wanted to throw that quick tidbit in there. So back to this.
Okay, so I've broken those down.
I think that's great.
I've done other things like, use 5 indie patterns purchased before 2018. Awesome. Because we all do it, right? We see the pretty pattern, we buy the pretty pattern, and then it stays in our library for 6 years and we don't use it. And then that's like $5, $6, $7, $8, $10 that, you know, for what?
That is so true.
So I'm going to try and make a point of using patterns that I've already bought.
Okay.
That are in my library. So I did the garments, use 3 items, make 3 items with hand spun. So I brought that down.
Okay.
Because it was 6.
Oh,
so
wow.
3. Because I still want to use hand spun, right? I still want
and you have a pair of socks that you want to make with that count for
so that's
hand
one.
spun?
Yeah.
So
that wouldn't count.
That wouldn't count to put under your sock ones. That would actually go under your.
Now, one of the rules that I did for the bingo, because this is how this would apply, is that you can make a project that applies to more than one goal, but you can't make one project and then it ticks off 2 goals all at once. So technically, I could do that because because it's not make 1 item with hand spun, it's make 3 items with hand spun.
Right.
If I did hand spun socks, it could be, if I did a pair of patterned socks with hand spun, it would work towards those goals.
But you can only pick one.
No, it works towards. Oh. It doesn't outright complete them.
Well, it doesn't because you have 2 and 3.
Yeah, so that's okay.
It would be one of your 2 patterned socks and it would be one of your 3 hand spuns.
So that's okay. But I can't do something like, this was the example I used in the group. I have one project, or one of my goals is make another crochet project bag.
Oh, very cool.
And then another one is to complete a project using a new technique.
Okay.
I could not make a project bag using a new technique, and then that one project would complete both of those goals. So I can't do that.
Okay.
I would have to make a project bag, and then do another project that uses a new technique.
Okay.
But if it's one project that works towards multiple goals, that's okay. It can't complete multiple goals in one go.
Okay.
Yeah. It's explained in the group, but yeah.
It makes sense though.
Yeah, it's explained.
So it's like if you wanted to learn brioche, and you also wanted to make a shawl.
And one of your goals was to make a shawl, and one of your goals was to make
brioche, and you do a combination of a shawl that's brioche. You can't use them for both.
Yeah, you can't use it for both.
You have to actually pick one or the other.
You have to do like a brioche cowl and then a brioche shawl.
Or just a shawl.
Or a shawl. Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
You can't do that. You can't combine it even though it has the 2 elements in there, or the 2 techniques in there. But when it comes to your socks, because you're using a hand spun pair of socks with a knitted pattern in it.
Yeah.
Because spinning of it is one section of it, and knitting it with a pattern is something separate.
It's because I have more than one item to complete that goal.
Right, because it's not taking up 2. So if you said, let's say I want to do a brioche, I want to do at least 2 brioche patterns. Yeah. And 2 shawl patterns for the year. Then you can use that brioche shawl as because
it works towards them, but it doesn't
not completing
them.
Yeah. Exactly.
So okay.
I just want to make sure. I just want to explain to make sure.
And it's explained in the thread. But
that's really cool. I think that's a great thing, and it does. It helps, and you can put more. How you're having more than one thing in each box, which is great. Yeah. So for some people that want to do that.
Yeah. Or you could do your goals where it's one specific item. Like some people are doing like 5 boxes that say make a hat. But they would have to be 5 different hats, right? Yeah. So,
Yeah, why not?
So then the other thing I split up was my spinning. So usually I say spin X ounces, right? So instead of doing that, I said spin 2 skeins of sock yarn. So that's one goal. Spin 2 skeins of a chain ply gradient.
Oh, wow.
That's another goal. And then I think I have another one that's spinning.
That'll be pretty.
Spin 2 skeins of bulky yarn.
Wow.
So I've taken that spinning goal and I've spread it out.
Why not? So I think that's great, because then now if you don't complete, like if that was just one goal for you and you didn't complete it, at least here you might complete them.
I might get some of them, right?
Exactly.
Because those are the type of spinning I like to do. I like to do gradient, chain plies. I like to do bulkies, and I think 2 skeins is a reasonable goal. Yeah. Yeah. And then anything else that I have? Oh, use 1,000 grams of deep stash. So that's before 2017. That's basically 10 skeins of deep stash.
Oh, so that's not bought in 2017.
No,
that's bought in
2016 before 2017.
Okay,
so 2016 and before 14. Yeah. So deep stash, 10 skeins out of deep stash. Now I had on here. I've revised this. So I had on here add 50 more squares to my scrappy blanket, but I've taken that out because I don't want limitation put on that blanket.
I don't blame you.
Like if this year I only put 20 squares on it, then I only put 20 squares on it. So I took that one out and I put something else in its place. But those specific projects. Finish the hippo.
Right.
I made that its own goal.
Oh, good.
And then the pillows that we've talked about, I made that its own goal.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know what I talk about either. Surprise pillows. We'll see. But yeah, those are its own goal now. And then I have cross stitch on here because it can be any.
I saw that, your Grumpy Cat cross stitch. That's really cool. I hope you do that. I'd love to see that.
I'm not a cross stitcher, but so it has to be the design. Like it's not.
Yeah.
It's not the cross stitch that reels me in. It's the design. And I saw this design on Etsy. Did I buy it? I do, but I did purchase it. And
That's cool.
I like Grumpy Cat. Grumpy Cat. If I had to be reincarnated as something. I would be Grumpy Cat.
I could see that. No
I would totally be Grumpy Cat.
I could see that.
But there was this one cross stitch that has Grumpy Cat's face, and it was like, I had fun once. It was awful. And I was like, it just spoke to me. Dennis says this all the time. I am the least spontaneous person ever. Like, I really have to think about things. Like, I'm not just like, let's go do this. Like, I'm just like,
Yeah, everything we do is
planned. Everything is planned. Like, yeah, so I want to make this. I want to put it in my knitting room. But yeah, so anything crafty. It can be anything crafty, or
so it could be sewing, or it could be
organization for crafty. So like getting your crafting organized or whatever. Yeah,
I think that's cool. I'm excited to do mine. I've already started putting some of my squares in.
Yeah. So basically,
just message her in her group and tell her you want to join.
Post in the group saying you want to play, and what I do is in Google Docs, I create a card for you, and you will have X amount of time to go in there and edit it and put in your goals. And then I'll make it so that you can't do that anymore for a certain time period.
Yeah.
And then at some point in the year, we'll be able to go in and switch things around if we want. And then at the end, things change, and interests change, and goals change.
Yeah.
And then at the end, like there'll be monthly prizes this year, because before I kept track of people who finished their goals. This year, I'm not keeping track of anything.
Well, yeah, your bingo card.
And also, I'm like,
take a picture of it before, during, and after if you want, or even every month, take a picture of it.
I suggest people to print them out so they can mark them up. I will be downloading an image of so that we're all adults, really. If you want to cheat, whatever, but
it's only
so that you can't go in there and like be like, oh, I didn't have this as a goal. I had this as a goal, right? That's why for 6 months, like you can't edit it and then you'll whatever, but.
I'm cool
so print it out, save an image so that you can mark it down. But yeah, it's.
I didn't change mine this year because if I would have at the halfway mark, I would have taken out finishing mine in the room. But I'm like, you know what? I'm okay with that. It was good. I knew that was the only one that I needed that to push me.
Yeah,
and it did a bit.
Yeah.
But
yeah, you're held up by that bed. Like you have to get rid of the bed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm excited.
I'm excited about the bingo.
I'm super excited because
and it's going to be this year.
It's
going to be chat based. So just by chatting and participating, there's going to be monthly like pattern draws. So like you don't have to complete anything to just participate and have fun.
And that I thought was cool too.
Yeah.
The way you were doing it this year was
it's less work for me.
Participation. It's having fun, enjoying it. And why not? Like you're creating your own goals for yourself. No one's holding a gun to your head saying you have to do this. Have fun with it. Put on there something outrageous if you want to and see if you can complete it. Like it doesn't have to be an everyday thing either. Pick an outrageous goal that you want to do and you never know, you might surprise yourself and complete it. You know, like Dennis' sweater.
I'm gonna finish it. We talked about this. It's gonna be Valentine's Day present. It's going to be a Valentine's Day.
This is where we need to hold her accountable because Valentine's comes and goes really quickly.
But see, on my little card, I didn't say for Valentine's Day. I just said complete a sweater. So if it ends up being a Christmas present, it's okay too.
Birthday present.
I would like
anniversary present. Here you go, honey.
Yes,
birthday's
my Christmas present. Yeah.
Here you go. Have fun. Yeah. But it's fun. Whatever it is, it's fun.
I probably won't finish.
So I'm super excited for this though, because this is something different, and I like playing bingo, and it gives you 24 squares to come up with some other ideas. It doesn't have to just be 12 months, and so you can. That's why I say throw in new things, throw in little things, throw in big things.
You can break things down. Yeah.
Whatever you like, just have fun with it. Just make sure you don't stress about it. Have fun.
Because it could be something as simple as like try a new heel, and that's a square.
Yeah.
Or like how you did like try the afterthought heel, just try an afterthought heel.
Just try something
square, done, boom. Like some of the things could be things that you could just do in one project.
Like I haven't done brioche, you have, but I haven't, and I would like to try brioche. Maybe I'll do brioche hat.
Yeah. But you don't even have to say brioche.
No, I just want to say brioche.
Just brioche.
Let's try brioche. Brioche.
Yeah.
That's it.
So I'm
simple.
so excited for this.
I know, it's so much fun. And it's funny how craft is exactly 5 letters that work into the bingo.
That just happened to work that way. Like when my little brain was working, I was just like, oh, can I make this work? Can I make this work with bingo, right? Because like anything I looked up that was like craft bingo, what it was is that like you were going out, like there was a knit in public bingo.
Oh, right.
Like if you're knitting, like how many times does people say, oh, I should learn how to do that?
Yeah, exactly.
Like there was that kind of bingo, but not like a goal-orientated bingo.
Yeah, I like this. I think this is
so
fun.
I think I've made it work. We'll just have to see how the year goes and see if any hiccups come up, but I think it'll be okay.
And I think if we have a one point like we always do where you can change things up, you know, things change in the middle of the year. Like this past year, the whole rage was all about doing faded sweaters, faded shawls, faded everything. A lot of people did them and enjoyed that. So that
you could make that work.
Totally throws you from what your plans are, and you might need to add that in. So
or one of the projects that you really were excited about in January, you may be like, oh my god, I can't believe I wanted to do that.
That's right.
Yeah. So there's always a chance that I figured it out. There'll be a way to change things around.
Yeah. So
you don't have a lot of your squares figured out yet, right?
No, I got 5, I think. So I picked Desert Vista Dye Works for January, February, March. Each one of those is a box. And then I did pick a hat, knit a hat. There was another box. And did I have anything else on there? No.
But you have.
But I have ideas now.
Yeah,
so
ideas.
I would really like to learn brioche. So brioche will be one. You know, painting, getting rid of the furniture in my knitting room.
I would break that down into multiple goals.
That's going to be a goal right there. Getting rid of the furniture.
That's going to be
I can't leave it on my front lawn because it's a lot. Yeah. Otherwise I would and put free on it. And I can't do it during winter time.
Yeah.
But I was almost tempted to do it in the fall.
You could do one piece a week and just be like...
I know, but then people are going to not have... I'd rather the whole set go. It's a beautiful set. It really is. I mean, it is probably a little dated, like not by much, but you can paint it. My girlfriend painted her set and put it in her kid's room. And you can totally paint it a solid color if you wanted to. It's pretty. It's got bling. Yeah, it's not bling, but it's got like 6-drawer dresser with a mirror and a full, huge, massive armoire and 2 night tables. And the bed could be it has a headboard which could be done as a queen or king. Actually, that's how. Well, you can even do it as a double. But yeah, it's that much in there. And yeah, I'd hate to see it to go to waste. Like I just don't want to throw it out. And,
yeah,
like,
if you can find somebody who will take it, that would be ideal.
Because I know when I started living on my own, I had hand-me-downs. I had a hand-me-down cash.
We still have hand-me-downs.
Phenomenal.
Which is fine.
And I love it.
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. It's that's what I'm saying. If I could find someone that can hand me down like a sofa that has a fold-out bed.
Yeah, because then I don't, well, we just got rid of it, but you were.
It's like $1,000. Even at IKEA, they're $800 to $1,000 to buy one. I'm like, are you crazy? That's a lot of money to stick in my knitting room for us to sit on and knit and for the odd person to come over and you know. But even the armchair, like to do nice chairs. Even Winners that sells them like cheaper than they supposed to sell them in other regular stores. They're still almost $200 a chair. Yeah. So I'm still that room is going to cost me. So that's going to take time, and I don't know if I'll be able to complete it in a whole year.
And if you're going to spend that money, you might as well get pieces that you love, right? So you're going to have to like really look for those pieces and find pieces.
And I don't think I'll be able to do that in a whole year. But if I can get rid of the furniture and paint the room, that's two things I can start with, and that'll be better than nothing at all. And to me, that's on the way because I think furniture is going to take a longer time. And I'm not one of the designer decorative people that can walk in and see the vision of the room I want. I know what I want for the room. I just don't know how it's going to all look in there and how it plays out.
You'll just have to take your time to find those pieces.
I wish, that's one thing I wish. I love, and I mean love watching people and on Instagram, or if they even do a little like a vlog on what their knitting room looks like and how it's set up. Because a lot of people use their own kids' bedrooms.
Like we could do, because we don't do vlogs, but like you could do an Instagram story or something.
Yeah. I
thought about doing that because I just recently
they just kind of disappear though. That's the problem. It's like you can't go watch it anytime.
Okay.
But I mean, something we can do like a few-minute vlog where we throw it up on our YouTube channel, and we can show how your knitting is set up.
I did.
And I can show you my cubby hole, my closet for now.
Closet.
But I love seeing that because you know what, that gives me ideas. Like some people color coded, some people have pink walls, and I'm like, I'm such a pink girl.
You could like take me, and then I could take you, and then we could put it together.
And it's so much fun. Like, and I love seeing that gives me ideas of how to put my room together because someone was using like inside of a desk they had a narrower table, but it was longer, and I have a window in there that I thought if I can find one at IKEA that's narrower and longer, I could put my Swift on there and my ball winder at the other end. But then I thought my Swift's a table Swift.
Yeah.
So I might have to look at buying the clamp for it, but they do sell it. But I was like, I don't need a huge desk in there. Like I don't need that, right? So I think that'd be fun. And if you guys want to do like put out your stuff, let us know. Like that'd be super fun. Totally super fun. Yeah. Cool. Okay. So
that's
our craft bingo.
That's our bingo. Those are our goals going forward. We have another goal. a challenge, if you will.
This one's super fun.
We have figured out a challenge.
We've been talking about this for months.
We have been, because we've been trying to work out the details.
Yeah.
And then, like, we knew what we kind of wanted to do, and then I was, like, sitting down. I was like, okay, how can we do this, and how can I make it work? I'm a planner. I like, well, I am and I'm not. I'm not spontaneous, but I'm not really. I don't. It's like, you know how those people are like, oh my god, I can't live without my like physical planner. I don't have one of those.
No,
but
she keeps it in her.
I'm a detail. I like details.
She's very detail oriented.
That's what it is. I like details, not so much the planning, but I like the details. So when we started talking about this challenge, I was like, okay, I need to work out the details for this.
Every couple of weeks we talk, and she would actually be like, oh, I thought of something else, and I thought of this, and I'm like, oh, do you have it written down? No. Yeah. So she finally did though. Look at that. She has it all written down.
We have to sign it.
We need to sign it.
We have to sign it. Like I agree.
We're actually signing our lives away for this now. We're actually signing to agree upon something together that we're doing together.
Yes, because
that makes sense. Together.
We both want to work towards this, right?
Yeah.
So we're challenging ourselves
for us, especially after this year,
to a stash, basically a stash down.
It's just it is.
We need to use our stash. Mm-hmm. However, we do not want to go on a yarn diet.
No, we don't want to go on a yarn freeze.
No,
It's not where we're saying we're not buying yarn. Yes. We are just going to be more.
We want to use our stash. We want to use our stash.
We want to use our stash. And we love what we have. But we're also going to be more thoughtful of also our purchases.
Yeah.
And make it where we have limitations.
We have limitations, and we have, I don't want to say punishments. What's the word? We have...
it's not a punishment. It's like a swear jar. When you swear, you put whatever quarter in. And it's not a punishment. Oh my god, why can't we both think of that?
I know. I'm like...
They're yelling at it to us, too.
It's right there.
Yeah,
right there.
Tip of the tongue.
But anyway, we have figured things out where we get penalized if we, like... Yeah, that's not penalized. It's not punishment. But it's still... It's
Oh my god!
We're not going to stay here for the next hour trying to think of this word. I know. So we are going to do a stash challenge, okay? And I've worked out all the details for this, so that we are encouraged to use our stash, but there are certain consequences, maybe. But is that not a punishment?
It's not.
I don't know. It's slightly less than a punishment. That's a consequence. Well,
it is in a way. Okay, once you read it, you'll see.
Yeah. So basically, what we want to do is the end goal is that we want to go on a fiber.
There's a reward. There's a reward at the end of this.
We're like animals. Reward. We're like dogs, and like what is that Pavlov's dog? And like you train anyway.
I don't know what she's talking about there.
It doesn't matter.
There's a reward.
There's a reward at the end.
At the end of this,
we want to go. Yeah, we want to go on some sort. Yet to be determined.
Right.
Some sort of fiber vacation.
And did you hear this word we? Like together. Yeah. Because I travel a lot and I go on them, but she doesn't. So this was something, this is why we worked it out.
It won't be super far, but we'll see.
Doesn't matter.
It's a step.
It doesn't, there's things around us that we can go.
More than like, I want to go somewhere that's more than just like, an hour away. Like I want to go like on a trip.
Did you hear that Doc Knits is closed?
Closed?
They closed down the shop. They only have an online shop. Sorry, this is because the Lakeside Yarn Crawl is something we do together. Not that that's a fibery retreat.
That's not what I'm talking about.
But it just triggered that. They sent me an email saying they're closing shop. Can you believe that? I love going out to their shop. But they're going to have online presence still.
But still, it was such a cute shop.
Anyway. So, oh my god, I love it. Anyways, I love going out that way.
So reward, fiber retreat. Whether that's like Knit East or Maryland Sheep and Wool or like something.
Rhinebeck or the...
Rhinebeck.
What is it? Twist
I think, honestly,
Quebec,
I think Rhinebeck would be a little much for me.
Maryland Sheep and Wool.
I think that's the stuff.
I don't know.
I think I need to do
maybe even if it's a retreat like the Edmonton retreat I went for and
something.
I'd like to do that. Something. It is something.
We're going to decide on something, and that's going to be the end reward. Okay. So working towards that,
and that's extra on top of what I do. Because it's together. Together. It'll be fun.
So what we're going to do is at the beginning of each month, I'm going to find some sort of little jar or some little box or something. And at the beginning of each month, we're each going to put $10 in the box.
That's right.
Okay, just as a base, putting $10 in the box. And then...
Every month we put
we're going to put $10 each
in the box. Yeah.
And then we have to put in additional money if we purchase things.
Right.
Okay? So I think we decided on $2 per 100 grams if we buy stuff outside of the rules, which I'll go into.
Yeah.
We have to put $2 in the box. So the basis is, at the end of the year, if one of us puts in more money over the course of the year than the other, that person loses, and the winner gets all the money to shop with on this vacation.
Yeah. It'll be their new stash.
They're spending money, right?
Spending, yeah.
But if we put in equal amounts,
that's right.
So if we're very good and we put in equal amounts by the end of the, even if we're not good, but we're equally bad.
Oh, that's true too. Exactly. Right? As long as we're equal.
If we're equally good or equally bad,
we'll be noting how.
Yeah,
we'll be keeping track of how much money we put in each.
If at the end of the year we put in the same amount, then that money goes towards the trip costs. So either transportation or hotel costs, or something. It will go towards like a mutual cost. Yeah. Whereas if one of us does better than the other or whatever, then they get that as the winner gets spending money. Okay, but
spending is awesome.
I've worked in ways that we can acquire stash that are acceptable.
Yes.
That we do not have to pay the $2 for.
And they're not extravagant.
They're not extravagant.
They're kept in I guess
there's limitations, like there's restrictions on them. But it's just because we realize that to say we're not buying anything is unrealistic.
Yeah, and we haven't signed it yet. So
that's true.
We do have till the end of this year to make any adjustments we need to, but this is just a guideline that we put together, and it's actually
that we both think is fair.
Yeah, we both think is fair,
but
we need to sit down and maybe find points and make sure that this is exactly what we want to do. And when she reads through the exceptions, you'll see why we want to maybe make sure that's what we want to do, because
I'm good with these exceptions. But we'll discuss.
Because, so...
I'm good with it. Anyway, so there's some exceptions where stash can come in, but we don't have to pay for it. The first one is, so we're each allowed a freebie, where we get to pick some sort of something, right? So for you...
Just for us to buy yarn.
That we can buy yarn and not be penalized for it. So for you, it's going to be travel purchases.
That's right.
Because you travel a lot and you like to go to yarn shops that are not local. So we figured out a way that you can do that, but it's not.
I can't come home with like 10 skeins.
Yeah, and be like, oh, it's a trip purchase. Yeah. So
no,
right
that's
now
not the point either. I'm trying to use stash, right? So that's exactly.
So right now the working freebie for you is 1 skein per shop per trip.
Yeah, that's right.
And my freebie is 1 mystery purchase per month. Under $40.
Rosie Moments boxes.
Because Rosie's Moments, people.
I know.
I can't give up Rosie's Moments. Now, I say 1 per month because, like, in 2017, that some months I'd get, like, 3 of them.
That's right.
Because I couldn't pick, right?
It definitely is hard. I don't know how you do it.
For 2018, I can only get 1. And I said mystery purchase versus Rosie's Moments because sometimes I find from other dyers they might do, but that would include, like, a Yarn Inc. 1 month mystery stream. Right. That would include that. So as long as it's a mystery and I don't know what I'm buying, like if I go to a shop and I'd be like, oh, I like that skein, that is not a mystery purchase, right? So it has to be a mystery purchase. So, but I get 1 a month.
That's it.
And then the other one is any yarn that we get because of participating in the Desert Vista Dye Works.
That's right.
So if we get a discount and we can use that discount, that yarn we're not penalized for. Or if we go 6 months and we get a free skein, we're not penalized for that
either.
Yeah. So anything that comes in from participating in the DVD, this does not count. Oh, I need more DVD yarn. I'm going to go buy 6 skeins.
Right.
That does not count.
That's right.
But either a freebie skein or because of the discount, we don't get penalized for that. And then fiber events because.
Hey,
we're going to go to fiber events.
Of course, and she vends at them, so we are going to be there.
I have to support people. So
we have 3 fiber events in Ontario, or like the Toronto area we do.
There's a new one that I've applied to.
Oh, who's it with it?
A Kawartha area.
Oh, cool! I love going out that way.
Good.
Guess who's driving?
No, I can get there. So it's like
where in Peterborough is it, or is it in
like Lindsay area?
Oh, okay. Yeah, still around the same area.
But we're going to go to fiber events, and it's not fair to be like, no, we can't buy anything.
Oh, and there's also the other one.
The Picton one.
The Picton one.
Yeah, that's we're going to want to do that.
Yeah, because that was fun. If they do it this year again, I liked it. Yeah. I did. That was a fun one to do. So and what where does our Lakeside Yarn Crawl fall into? I don't know if they're going to do it this year.
Oh, I was going to put that in there.
With Dockside Knits being gone, or Dock Knits being gone, I can't believe they're gone. That was a beautiful shop. And plus we love driving up to Port Elgin. We made a great day out of that. But with them being gone, you get the pens beside you if you need it.
Yeah, I figured that out. Okay, so for the Lakeside Yarn Crawl, because we're not going to not do the Lakeside Yarn Crawl.
No, we love doing it.
I think what I had thought of for that is that we get 1 skein per shop. But it could be maximum, but it could be a cumulative.
Okay.
So if we went to one shop and we didn't buy anything there, we could get like, okay, so if let's say there's 10 shops.
Allison Yard, I bought like 3 skeins from there because they were on sale.
Let's say there's 10 shops in the yarn crawl.
Right.
We can buy 10 skeins of yarn over the yarn crawl. So whether that's 4 skeins here, 3 skeins here, and like 3 skeins here, or 1 skein at each shop, or we have 10 skeins that we can buy. So that's how I was going to do that.
That's perfect.
Okay, so I have to write.
Because last year I didn't even buy any of that.
Yeah. Okay, so I have to add an amendment for the Lakeside yarn.
See, there you go. Because I was going to say that. And Picton is actually an out of town.
Now, the Picton one would fall into the fiber events. So for the fiber events, we can each have 1 pre-planned purchase.
That's right.
So if there's a project we've been wanting to do that we do not have the stash for, and we know what the project is, and we know what kind of yarn we need.
Or the appropriate stash for it. Like you might have a worsted weight,
but
maybe it's like a variegated and then you need a solid because it's just not going to work. Yes.
We can get a project, a pre-planned project, okay?
Yes.
And then 1 pre-planned project.
Pre-planned project. Sally sells seashores by the seashore.
And 1 impulse gain.
Yeah.
So
tough.
We are allowed those 2 things at any fiber event. And I know you guys are thinking, hey, this is a lot of yarn that you're allowing yourself to buy, right? But we can't you can't just say no.
No.
So
first of all, I'm sorry. Indie dyers make a living from this, and we buy a lot of indie dye yarn.
And like when people
why
talk
would I
about,
say no to someone like that?
When people talk about doing a yarn freeze and not buying anything, I don't think that's fair to yourself, and it's not fair
to the industry
to
all these people that
who are making a living from it. But what we are doing is putting very specific restrictions on it.
Yeah.
It's more to avoid those impulse ooh, that's pretty, and then buy it, right? That's me. Yeah. So those would be docked.
Actually, do I? But I don't buy that much yarn online all the time.
But we do sometimes, so I think it's just to curb those. It's to curb that.
I buy more yarn when I travel.
I know.
That's
but
where my bad
have bought this past year. You have bought stuff just because you wanted it.
Yeah, but the desert or the fiber nymph stuff that I bought, that was also a birthday present for me.
But see, that would
I bought that as a birthday present, and I got this sock blanks that I got in our last episode.
But see, those would not fit in there. You would have to make your freebie birthday purchase.
Oh, you're going to get no birthday purchases this year except for your 1 mystery box? You know what she buys for her birthday? Wow. Maybe we should include birthdays because birthdays is a special time of year for us.
I'm not. I think that would have to be
one thing for birthday.
That would have 1 thing for birthdays?
You can buy 1 thing for your birthday. If it's if you wanted to do a mystery box.
So 1 birthday, but see, I have mystery boxes.
Okay, so 1
and like shows and stuff, we could get something because the yarn crawl goes through our birthdays.
No, only your birthday. Nothing. The only thing that happens around my birthday is Black Friday, Small Business Saturday, and
so would we say 1 birthday purchase?
You're allowed 1 birthday purchase.
1 birthday purchase. This list is getting much longer.
How about this? You're allowed 1 birthday purchase from 1 dyer. So if you need a sweater quantity, because you want to buy a sweater quantity yarn for your birthday,
well, I considered that 1 purchase though.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Yeah. So but it all has to be from 1 dyer. You can't buy it from multiple people.
But then that's more than 1. That's not 1 purchase then.
Okay. Just
so
1 birthday. You have to buy yourself a birthday present. People, if you don't buy yourself a birthday present, you should. Everybody needs to buy themselves a birthday present. There's nothing like having your own birthday gift. I'm sorry. It's nice to get gifts from everybody else, but knowing that you're buying something special.
There are a lot of exceptions on this list.
We're at what, 5?
But that's okay. Exceptions? We're at 6 exceptions. 6. Because the last one I had was stash from gifts or swaps. So if we are given stash,
I don't usually
if we are given stuff,
that's her. That's more of your exception.
But like if you go to SSK and people give you yarn, that doesn't count.
No.
That's what I'm talking
about.
That's
a gift. So but stash is buying yarn in general, so that shouldn't even be an exception.
I know, but just to it's more just to make it clear, so that if it's like, but that you.
That's the only time I'll probably get something free if my friends give me yarn. Otherwise,
so like if we get it through a stash or a swap or something or a gift or a swap,
free.
If we did not,
free,
it doesn't count.
Free yarn doesn't count.
I think those exceptions are fair though, because. Really, like I said, what we're trying to do is keep those impulse purchases down, right?
Yes.
Because all of those exceptions, you have to plan it. You have to really think. Me neither.
Yeah. I have no clubs this year. Oh my god, that's
I put a club on my Christmas list.
Oh really? Which one?
A Scrumptious Pearl one.
Oh, very cool.
And there's actually another one that I found that I really like better, but
doesn't Scrumptious Pearl do?
This is Jen's fault.
Sport weight socks?
Maybe, I don't know. But this was that she had 2 clubs that Jen showed me. I wouldn't even known about them if Jen.
But not Jen. I'm sorry, Jen.
I decided, I put it on my Christmas list, and I'm like, you know what? If Dennis gets it, great. If he doesn't, oh well.
Okay.
It wasn't meant to be. But yeah, clubs bought prior wouldn't count.
I could totally buy a club this year, but
you could get a club
I didn't
now.
want to do Martina Bem again. And I actually looked at doing Miss Bab's club.
I like that one too.
It's a lot of money. It's almost as much as
it's
$330-something Canadian.
And if I showed that to Dennis, he'd be like, "What? WTF?" That is, but he would say it in a much more
that would come
explicit form. He'd be like, $300?
See, to me, for you, I'd ask for that money to go towards our trip that we're gonna go on. That's what I would say. Like, buy me the airplane ticket so we can go to Maryland Sheep Wall, or you know,
we could do that for Christmas next year because our trip will probably be in the
2019.
Right?
Yeah.
So we'll see. We'll see how this goes. Like, and I think what this is what we're gonna try. And like I said, it's just to curb those impulse purchases, to make things where you really have to think about it. Is this what I want? You know, I get this much at shows. Which do I want to choose? Not I want everything. But yeah. So what are you guys doing for like? Are you doing any kind of stash? You know, a lot of people are talking about stash downs and using their stash. So we're going to start a thread in the knitting.
There's a lot of podcasters actually doing
that. There are.
This year they want to knit from stash because we've collected so much stash.
We have so much beautiful stash.
And as I said,
we want to use
limiting ourselves to saying we can't buy.
We want to use it. We just want to use what we have. We want to use what we have.
Yeah.
So we're gonna start a thread, and
super excited.
You don't have to do what we're doing.
Nope.
But if you want to do your own kind of challenge to yourself, or even with friends, like your own like group of friends,
maybe your local knitting group or something.
You can use the thread to just chat. Let's just chat about how we're doing with like our own personal challenges and stuff.
I think that'd be fun.
Yeah,
and also like if you want to do it amongst yourselves because you want to go on a
if you want to do a
retreat or something like that. Create your own piggy bank or something and do it for yourself. Or if you're like, hey, I'm going to Rhinebeck this year, I need spending money. Yeah. Use this as a way to get yourself spending money. But it doesn't have to be $10.
Put in so much amount every day or
whatever
every
it is you want to do.
And then bring stuff in, put it.
Then you have money, you're spending money put aside. I think it's Seashore Sharon.
Mm-hmm.
She takes all her change.
Yeah, my mom does something like that too.
She takes all her change that she spends every day throughout her year, and then she uses that money, whatever she has, to go spend at Rhinebeck, I believe. And like, why not? I think that's a great way. Mm-hmm. That way you're not overspending.
Yeah.
You're spending, what you've saved up. And, sometimes you do have an extra spending money to put in and sometimes you don't. Mm-hmm. But at least you can still go to an event and enjoy yourself and know, hey, I could buy 1 or 2 skeins of yarn. Mm-hmm. And still have fun. Like when I went to Ann Bud Retreat, I didn't buy yarn. I
think it helped that they didn't have a huge market either.
Oh my God, if Yarn Inc. and all those other people were there, I would have been in so much trouble. I would have come back with or
Vivid or whatever. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Vivid too.
That might have to be one of my mystery months. But
I think I have a Vivid skein. I think it's Yarn.
I use mine. I don't have any more.
That's right, but I think I have a Vivid skein. Mm-hmm. I think it's Yarn Inc. that I need to get. Yeah. See now, like I won't be able to buy Yarn Inc. unless she's at a show, or unless she's at a shop when I travel. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's gonna suck. Unless I sign up for her clubs, and it's hard because I like certain colors.
Yeah, but I think you'd be okay with I find that Vivid uses a lot of your colors.
Huh? I know, but see, no, she has a sock club. Yeah. Why can't you have a DK or worsted club?
That might come. You never know. Like that might. To me, a lot of people are talking about thicker weights. That might come.
I'd like to. You send me 3 months of clubs for DK or worsted where I can make hats. I'm in. Mm-hmm. I'm totally in.
But see, I've noticed that when I was looking at clubs, there was one day I was just like, I want to see all the clubs on Etsy, and I was like, the yarn clubs. There was a lot where you could pick. There was a lot where you could pick the weight you wanted.
Yeah. So but not all of them. Not all of them.
I know, but I think more people are getting into that.
Miss Babs ones I would love because she does a project. She actually sends you a pattern with the yarn. And
it's like travel.
And she's doing travel, and she said for next year she's totally changing it up. She's doing something different. So that's why I thought, maybe I'll wait and do next year because this year we're also trying to use our stash. So try not to buy too much. So maybe I'll wait till 2019.
See, I was thinking about that too.
I love knitting.
And I was like, you know what? If I do really good this year, then come the end of the year, I'm going to get some clubs going into the next year. Yeah. Because if I use a lot of my stuff,
like my Martina Bem club, I haven't knitted anything from that. And
you should make that one of your boxes.
Yes, I will. Out of the 4 projects, I want to knit one of them for sure. And
make that box. Say use one of Martina Bem.
A month of it in my year that I don't have.
No, but you just have to say use one of the skeins.
I know, but I want to do the one that she sent with the pattern, which is a shawl. I think that first one, that pink one she sent. I think that's the one I want to knit up with that shawl.
You just have to say use one of your club skeins.
have lots of things I can say I can knit.
I think Sue did that with a lot of her boxes, was to use specific like yarn box shipments.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. I think that was a lot of her boxes was like use.
I saw that.
Specific.
That was a great idea.
Slash,
yeah. Actually, one of them that we should have as our box is get together with our knitting friends this year.
We should.
We should have a knit afternoon or something.
We should have a knit afternoon.
We tried doing that with Christina and Amanda.
It's just hard. It's distance. Like we don't live close. Like
no,
we could have Marianne over.
That'd be cool. Well, see, like doing Lisa Much from Northbound Knitting. Like I'll meet there and do that. But that's really far for the rest of them.
People, yeah, we need.
But maybe in the spring or summertime, because they live closer to Picton. Mm-hmm. Maybe we can do where we meet them for lunch and hang out. Or go to the fair and do something afterwards.
Who knows? We'll just have to see.
Wait, there's things we can figure out. But I mean, we should have that as a square because we don't. I mean, my life is so busy, and I don't even have kids. She's got kids, and her life is busy. And just to find the time for us to get together and podcast is like now we both have to fit it into our lives, and other times. Yeah, I want to get knitting time in. Mm-hmm. So I don't want to see people sometimes because I want to knit for a couple hours.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. We have to just like invite people over and just knit at home.
I know. We're trying. So this will be fun. I'm really looking forward to this. I have so much beautiful yarn in my stash that I want to knit with. And I have lots of stuff in my queue actually that I put some of the yarn with that I really would like to knit with and use those patterns and use that yarn. Like I'm excited for that. I set that up this year.
I'm excited too because
done that.
Like when I was thinking about this, like 2 years ago, I did a big D stash.
That's right.
And it was very easy for me because I went through my yarn. I'm like, you know what? I don't love this anymore, or I don't have a plan for this, right? And I was thinking this year, okay, do I need to do this again? Do I need to do another D stash? And I was looking at my skeins. I'm like, no, I love what I have. I love what I have. So this is I think part why we're doing it. We want to use it.
I have a couple things I don't
want to use it. I know, but
I mean, it's
I have a couple things, but it's not enough to really do a full detail.
And so I have a lot of yarn. I love.
Yeah,
I really love, and I want to be able to use and do projects with.
Yeah. So we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it.
Okay, we're gonna do it.
We're gonna do it.
See that? We're gonna do it. We definitely will.
Totally gonna do it.
Yeah. So I think that's it then.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, let us know what you think.
Let us know.
Yeah, what are your goals?
If you guys want to do
goals?
join in.
Do a stash thing? Like
yours doesn't even have to be for money, but you can join into our thread and just tell us what you want to do and how you're doing it, and hey, you might have an idea that will help us to find workarounds or to figure out how to do exceptions better.
Yeah, no more exceptions. I think 6 is good.
Yeah, there might be one for 7. Lucky number 7.
Wait, what else are you gonna think about it?
I don't know. I have to think.
I think we have enough. I think we have enough. Like,
well, we have the birthday one is.
They're all very planned. Like I said, I think they're all very planned.
Yeah, we each have one exception for like personally that works for us.
Yeah,
and the rest are joint actually.
They're all joint. Yeah, it just allows us because what's the fun of going to a fiber event if that's something we enjoy if we can't like get anything.
Right? Yarn from a fiber event, that's where I'm gonna be out of the water.
Well, I know, but
actually, Kitchener, I only bought 2 skeins this year.
I think that was fair. I think that the project and an impulse skein is totally fair. And none of this includes gadgets and patterns and like needles and stuff like that. So you will probably see a lot of those type of things.
Yeah, maybe some.
Probably, I have enough project bags, but like I'm a tool. I like trying new tools, so you'll probably see a lot of tools. So yeah.
New needles or adding more needles. You can never have enough.
Yeah, it'll be good. It'll be fun. It'll
just be fun.
As long as it's fun. When it stops being fun, then.
And the fact is, who's going to win at the end of the year?
I know, and we have a trip. Even if nobody wins,
I know we're still going to have a trip. We're still winning something out of it.
Where should it go?
So either one of us wins money to go purchase stuff with, and we both get a chance to go away. So in the end, we're still both going away.
Either way, we're still having fun.
Either one will have money for purchasing stuff, or we'll just put in money towards our travel of the event. So we're still winning.
It's just for fun. Yeah, it's just for fun.
Can't wait.
So I think that's.
And if you guys want to take bids and debt and to see who's actually going to be the winner loser, don't bid on me.
Well,
I might lose.
I don't know. I'm a pretty bad shopper.
I know. She's worse than me because she spends way more time online than I do.
I get something in my head and I'm just like, I must find all the
So you better have all your yarn for your Christmas presents and everything.
But see, I do because all the Christmas presents I didn't finish this year, I have the yarn now.
That's right.
Like I don't need to buy a lot of yarn.
So you better have everything.
I have a stash I can work from. I know that.
any Avery sweaters you have yarn for?
I have
unless you use that as one of your things for when we go to a show, right?
I have yarn that I have purchased for sweaters for her that I have not knit yet. Yeah. I'm good. I could go. I honestly, if I really wanted to, I could go this whole year and knit from my stash with projects I love and patterns I love and yarn I love and be fine. Yeah. But what's the fun of that?
You have to buy something.
You have to buy something.
You have to. Yeah. I can't deprive myself of not shopping yarn
at all. Because then you just want to shop more. It's like when you're on your diet, you're like, no chocolate, and then all of a sudden you want to eat all the chocolate. No. You can't say completely no. It just doesn't
First of all, I don't believe in diets, but
that's what I'm saying. It's like
eating.
That.
Healthy eating, you still need your cheat days. If you go watch The Rock, who has a kick-ass
body,
those
are our cheat days.
He has cheat days.
Those are our cheat days.
Those are our cheat days.
We have 6 cheat days.
You're allowed to have cheat days. You can't. You're a human being. Enjoy life. Yeah, Life's way too short not to enjoy it. Enjoy it. Do something you love to do. We're doing something we love to do. Yeah. We're working from our stash, and we're still allowing us to buy the yarn that we love.
But
and it's going to be fun. And then we get to go on a trip.
Yeah.
That's the best part.
See how it goes.
So excited.
So
So excited. So I hope if you guys want to join, please do. It's going to be so much fun. Or just comment for us. Cheer us along, or whatever. You could try to entice us.
Don't be sending us links.
No one said you can't do that. No one said you can't try to entice us.
That's not fair. Okay, I've already unfollowed a bunch of dyers.
Oh no, really?
Yeah, on Instagram. So I know there's ways of seeing if people unfollow you, but if I unfollowed you, it's not personal.
Sorry.
It's not personal.
It's because she shops a lot.
It's just I don't want to be tempted.
I still follow all the dyers. I even added more new dyers in the last.
Okay, I still follow dyers that I personally have corresponded with, right? So if I have some sort of I don't want to say relationship, but if we have chatted or if whatever, I have not unfollowed you. If you're just a dyer who I look at your pretty things and I think, oh, those are pretty, I have probably unfollowed you. But that's just because I don't want to be tempted. It's nothing personal. It's
okay. She still has Etsy where she can go on and see everybody anyways. And she spends a lot of time on there too.
But at least with Etsy, you have to purposefully search for something. Whereas Instagram, you're just like, la 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 la. Oh, I need that, right? So
I'm not unfollowing because
that's part of my tactic.
I don't want to do that to people that I like. And
but honestly, the people the dyers who have 23,000 followers, do you think they're gonna care about one unfollow?
But I love seeing all that stuff, and yes, it tempts me. It does. Now, unless you have a killer sale on, that's going to be something.
I don't want to know about your sales.
And that comes to where my birthday is, because that's where things get. Now, do I have to buy on my birthday, or does it have to be on the day? But it has to be.
It just has to be what you consider your birthday purchase.
Okay.
You get one birthday purchase.
That's right. So I can, anywhere that weekend, it's Black Friday.
I would say anywhere in that month.
Small, but that weekend's the best weekend.
I know, but I'm just saying, for me,
Saturday and Cyber Monday.
Any purchase in July that I consider my birthday purchase does not count. But anything above that, if I go above that, then I have to start putting those toonies in.
Yeah, I still can't think of the word for that.
Whatever.
I was trying to do it the whole time.
That's all right.
Because it's not.
I'm sure someone will post below what we're trying to say.
We'll be like, that's it.
Actually, we don't want to know because anyway.
All right. Well, thank you so much for watching this episode.
Yeah, our next episode will go back to the regular whips and projects and stash enhancement.
Well, I have something coming, but that's because I already bought it this year.
It's from
my DVD.
No new stash enhancement.
Nothing. So any yarn you're going to see in January is because we purchased it in December or November, and we're waiting for it to ship.
Or October, DVD.
We still have till 31st of December to buy anything we want before we go into the new year.
That's why I was very tempted to order the club. I was like, let's buy all the clubs. But I'm like, no. That defeats the purpose.
You're going to load up all that.
Yeah, but it defeats the purpose.
I just want to see if there's anything out there that something just strikes me. And if not, I don't need anything. So I'm good. And as you just saw me buy, besides sock legs.
I did order another Rosie's Moments box, but it wouldn't matter anyway because I allow myself 1 month.
1 month.
I don't even know what our new themes are going to be. But we could talk about this forever.
I know.
Okay. Those are our challenges.
Those are our challenges.
Those are our goals.
Yeah, we're so excited.
If you want to let us know what your goals are,
Please do.
You'd love to hear it for the new year, then let us know. But other than that, we are going to say,
Happy New Year.
Have a happy New Year.
Have a happy New Year. All the best to you in 2018 and to your family. Have the best.
Hope
Enjoy it.
It's a good one.
It's going to be an amazing year.
Yeah.